Hi children, good morning to everybody. Welcome back to my class. Okay, which lesson we are discussing now? Animals and their food. Okay children, and also we knew that two types of animals are basically what are the domestic animals and wild animals. Domestic animals also we called as farm animals, pet animals, tamed animals. Okay, and these animals can live in our surroundings. And coming to the wild animals, the animals which are living in the zoo we called as wild animals. Okay children, and these animals, some of the animals can eat plants and some of the animals can eat other animals, and some of the animals can eat both also. So based on their food habit, again the animals are divided into three types. What are that? Herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Okay children, what is meant by herbivores? Herb is a plant. Okay, the plant eating animals only we called as herbivores. And also I told you some of the examples like cow, buffalo, sheep, giraffe. These all also comes under the herbivores. And coming to the second one, carnivores. So which animals are eating flesh we called as carnivores. Okay, and they have some special teeth to taking the flesh. Okay, so which animals can eat flesh of other animals? We can say that are flesh eating animals, also we called as carnivores. And coming to the omnivores. Omnivores means the best examples of omnivores is we means humans. So humans are the best examples for the omnivores because sometimes some of the people can eat vegetarian food like herbs, and some of times we can eat some of the flesh of other animals like hens, chicken, like these materials only. So we are the examples of omnivores. Okay children, so the animals which eat both plants and animals we called as omnivores. Okay, and already not only humans, bear, crow and also rat, these also examples for the omnivores. Okay, and one more also is there, that is frugivores. 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 Okay, this is one additional same that animal only, but these frugivores. So some of the animals can eat some fruits, raw fruits also. For example, if you see that bear, sometimes also it can eat some juicy fruits. That we call as these frugivores animals can eat succulent food. These frugivores can eat succulent food. What is meant by succulent? Lush or juicy. Lush or juicy. Lush or juicy. 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 Some of the animals can eat only succulent fruit only. What is meant by succulent means? Lush or juicy fruits. Some of the bears, chimpanzees can eat. Comes under these frugivorous also, and these also 20% of mammalian also comes under these frugivores. Frugivores, how can they? These animals most ofly they will eat also some food, but most ofly they will prefer to eat these juicy fruits, and also we called as succulent fruits. That type of animals we called as frugivorous animals. And also you learned in your previous classes that according to their habitat means living place. Before we discussed about food habitat, but according to their living place, according to their habitat, animals are divided again into 6 types. Okay, what are that? Normally I am saying that terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, amphibious animals and also arboreal animals, aerial animals and insectivorous animals. Okay, which animals are living on the earth we called as terrestrial animals, and which animals are living in water we called as aquatic animals like fishes, okay, crocodiles, and some of the animals can live in both places also. Example, frog we can tell as that is amphibians, and which animals can live in the middle of the branches we can tell as arboreal animals like monkey, and which animals are flying in the air we called as aerial animals. All birds comes under these aerial animals. And coming to the next is insectivorous animal. Insectivorous animals, which animals are eat only? Okay, eat that insects we called as insectivorous animals. Anyway, which animals are living in that place? According to that living place, animals are divided into this. But coming to our lesson, according animals and their food only. So how the animals can get their food? See, for example, in our previous class only, we also get food from mostly from plants and animals. Most of food we get from plants and animals only. And also in that first lesson I discussed which type of food we will get from the plants and which type of food we will get from the animals. Just we have to recapitulate that. See, some of the food items like cereal group, vegetables, fruits we will get from the plants, and some of the foods like eggs, meat, chicken, these all also milk we will get from animals. Okay children, see, the humans most often get the food from plants and animals. Like these animals also okay, take the food from plants and animals only. So animal sources of food also plants and animals only. Some of the animals can eat plants, and some of the animals can eat animals. So animal sources of food also plants and animals only. Then how can they take their food from the plants and animals? So we have to discuss now. See, if you see your surroundings, so many different types of animals are there. What are there? For example, dog, cat, and also some crow, lizard. Okay, children, lizard and tiger, deer. So many. When you will go to outside, you can observe so many different types of animals, and if you observe, they can use different of their body parts to take that food. See, for example, humans, if you want to take food, what we have to do? First of all, we have to use our hand, and after that we can keep into our mouth. Okay, like that we are using our hands. But these animals, which body parts they are used while taking its food? And also in our textbook they given some small table. So we have to discuss the table. So first one, they given some animals. See children, animals. So what are the first animals they given? And also they given sense use. Sense use. And here next one is body parts in taking food. Body parts used in taking food. See, while seeing that, observing your surroundings, you have to fill this table. Okay, in taking food. And in your textbook, they given some examples. Okay, this is table number 2. So first one, what they given? Here they given some of the example. First they given dog. Okay, and after they given cow. Third one, hen. And fourth one, they given frog. F-R-O-Z, frog. And fifth one, snake. These all also live in our surroundings only. And sixth one, bat. And seventh one is lizard. L-I-Z-A-R-D. Lizard. And coming to the eighth one, they given vulture. V-U-L-T-U-R-E, vulture. Okay children. And ninth one, they given lion. L-I-O-N, lion. And last 10th one they given hummingbird. 10th one they given hummingbird. H-U-M-M-I-N-G, hummingbird. the bird. Okay. I think if you are not visible to see this hummingbird, after I will explain that. Okay, children. So these are the animals they given in our textbook. Dog, cow, hen, frog, snake, bat, lizard, vulture, lion, hummingbird. And what is the second option they given? Sense used. See here, I want to tell one thing. Sense. See, sense means what? We have, how do we know what is going on in our surroundings? See, come on. Some of the organs are helped in that type of thing. What are that? Come on, that is sense organs. Sense organs. So, with using these sense organs, we can know what is going on in our surrounding. For example, suddenly if anybody will comes, we can use our eyes, and suddenly we can hear any sound, we can use with our ears, and sometimes we can use our nose also while releasing the gas, and like sometimes we can use our skin. So these are the sense organs. These are the sense organs, children. Already in your previous classes only learned that what are the five sense organs: eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. Okay, and also you know that what are the uses of that: eyes for seeing, and ears for hearing, and nose for smelling, and tongue for tasting, and skin for feeling. And these seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting and also feeling we called as senses. With these senses and sense organs, we can know that what is going on in our surroundings. Come on. So now, with using our sense organs, we are knowing that what is going on in our surrounding. Like that, these animals also using their senses. Okay, children? These animals also using their senses while taking its food. Okay, and what we have to that, we know that. First one is dog already. And dog, for example, see, if you keep any chicken piece, the dog immediately will come with the smell only. So the dog is using the smell as a sense. Okay, and which body part they use in taking food? Of course, it is legs, and also sometimes it will use its mouth, tearing teeth only. Dog also example for carnivore. So which body part they can use? Maximum almost all legs and mouth. Legs and mouth. Okay, children. Now coming to the cow. Coming to the cow. Cow, how can sense use? Which sense use while it is finding the food? See, with its eyes only. When the cow is seeing the grass, after that only it will go to near the grass. So the cow can use the sense of see. Okay, and these which body part they use? With its mouth and tongue only. M-O-U-T-H mouth and T-O-N-G-U-E tongue. Okay, children, and coming to the hen. Coming to the hen. Which sense it can use? It is also using eyes only. So it is also using seeing, and or you can say that searching or looking. And which body part they use? See, once you imagine hen, the hen has a beak. With this beak only they can take that any food item. So what we have to write in this? Which body part is beaks? Okay, children. And coming to the fourth one, frog. Did you observe that frog anytime? Already I told you the example of an amphibian. So frog, for how can it take? Which sense they use? It is also use its seeing, and also sometimes it can see which body parts they use in taking food. If you see closely, observe that frog, it can uses its tongue, sticky tongue to catch the food. See, if you observe that the frog can use its sticky tongue. S-T-I-C-K-Y, sticky tongue. Sticky means here what? Some of the gum is present upon that frog's tongue. So that only we called as its sticky tongue. When the frog wants to take any insects, it can opens its sticky long tongue and automatically it can catches the food. Okay, and this next coming to the next is snake. Snake also, of course, sometimes it can using, it can see, or sometimes it can using hearing. Okay. See, this snake, which body part they used while taking it food? Of course, it is mouth only. And after here, one more thing, the snake have no teeth. The snake have no teeth. And when it see the food and when it wants to take the food, automatically it take food as a whole. It can take the food or swallow the food as a whole. It will not cut into small pieces. Okay, children? Anyway, the snake also using its mouth while it is taking its food or swallowing the food. And coming to the bat. Coming to the bat. These also, see, bat one more special character is there because it can't see in that daytime. Okay. But at night time it can see very clearly. Okay. But morning time, how can they find it food? Which sense organ it is developed? That is hearing. By hearing only they can identify the whether any animal came or insect will come. Okay. So which sense it is used? Hearing means hearing sense who will give? Ears. And how can they take? And of course it is also using it mouth only. Okay. And coming to the lizard. Lizard in our walls only, in our house only is present in this. Just you observe that lizard. See, when the lizard wants to eat that any insect, it is also will closely observe the insect, and when the time gets that, at that time it also like a frog only, it can open its sticky tongue and it will catch the insect and it can keep into its mouth. Okay, children? So it is also first using the sense is seeing, and it is also using sticky tongue only. Okay. And these vulture, next one is vulture. Vulture also use it seeing. They have very small eyes, but they are surrounding in that high distances only. Okay. And how these can find it? See, they have very small eyes only, but like a binocular only, we can find the food on the earth. Okay. So, and which body part they are can use? First of all, they also beak. Actually, vulture is a bird. The bird can use its beak and also claws. And also claws to tear the flesh. Okay. And now coming to the next one is lion. Next one is lion. How it can detect its food? By seeing only, or looking or searching. Anyway, so which body part they are taking? And these also can use legs and also mouth. Okay, legs and mouth. And last one, hummingbird. Very smallest bird in the world is hummingbird. And this hummingbird, how can it sense its food? With seeing only. And these, how can it take the food? Which body part they use? With its long beak. Hummingbird is a bird. It can use it's a long beak. See this timetable, this table too. If you observe here one thing, different types of animals they given here. But senses, see, some of the animals use the smell, and some of the animals use the sense, see, and some of the animals use hear, and some of the animals like lizard sometimes use the taste. So they are using different types of senses. Okay, all of these animals also you can how they can find their food? With their senses only, and they are using their different body parts. But see this here, these all animals also have contain all body parts, but these senses are highly developed in them. These senses are highly developed in them. See, for example, we also have so many organs, but in that only 5 only sense organs, because they are giving senses to us. Like that, these all animals also contain all organs, but these are highly developed. These senses are highly developed in them, and these are using, see for example, these are using different types of body parts. Some of the animals are using legs and nose, some of the animals are using beak, and some of the animals are using sticky tongue, and some of the birds are using claws. Different body parts they are using while taking the food. So I hope you all understood about this table too. And if you go to near a pond, one more funny insect is there. That is pond scatter. That is pond scatter. S-C-A-T-T-E-R, scatter. Pond scatter. These pond scatter can always live in ponds only. If you go to near a pond, if you see this pond scatter is available in that pond only. What is the specialty is there to this pond scatter? See, already we know skating means very fastly moving in that road or anything. So this pond scatter one insect also, it can detect, it can take the animals which are moving in that water. So how it can detect that animals? It can detect the ripples of water. Ripples of water. For example, so many animals like aquatic animals, some of the insects also will move on the water. So these pond scatter always can live on the surface of the water only. Surface of the water only. If any small insects will come and stand upon that water, automatically the water will move. But here pond scatter will live in the edge of the pond. See, automatically if one insect can stand in this water, some of the water ripples will come. So by these ripples only the pond scatter can discover that any insect came and how long distance it is from its that pond scatter, and after immediately within seconds only it will come and catches the insect. Very funny insect, that is pond scatter. Pond scatter can always we can find in the ponds only. So how it can detect that? It can detect the food by the ripples of water. By the ripples of water. Okay, are you understand about this pond scatter? So anyway, all different animals are using different kind of their body parts. See here, once if you compare with your textbook, they given some questions. If you compare with, for example, compare the parts of a hen and sparrow in eating food. See, note down the similarities as well as differences you observe. See, for example, hen how it is taking its food with its beak. Okay, and like that the sparrow also can take its food with that beak only. So those are the beak is the same similarity in that two things. And coming to what are the similarities between a dog and a lion? And these two animals also comes under the carnivorous animals, and they will use tearing teeth to tear the flesh of other animals. So that is the similarity between the dog and a lion. And coming to the similarities, differences between a vulture and lion. Vulture and lion. Here vulture is a carnivorous bird and lion is a carnivorous animal. Okay, and here vulture is using its beak and claws to tearing the flesh of other animals. But coming to the lion is using tearing teeth, and also the lion also contains some claws while to tear the flesh. So this is the differences between the vulture and to comparative with the lion. And also they are taking different types of food only. And do you know what is here? Leeches. Did you observe any time leech? And next insect, it is also one type of insect, that is leech. In Telugu we called as jalaga. Okay, leech. These leeches, where do we can find these leeches? The farmers can familiar these leeches in the ponds only. These leeches also we can find in ponds, not only river, not only in that seas. We can observe in that ponds because it is stagnant water. The pond water will not go to that side and this side, and it will not mixes with that any of water. It is stagnant water only. So that these leeches can live in that ponds only. See how can the farmers can familiar with the leeches. See, for example, if they want to wash that any their cattle, they will go to take their cattle to the ponds only. At that time, while washing that cattle, These leeches are sticked. These leeches are stick with its stickers only, with that some special structures only, they will stick to the body of that particular cow or buffalo or humans. Cow or buffalo, buffalo or humans also. Okay, with one special stretches only, they will stitches to the cow's body, buffalo's body or human's body. With that, what they will do? They will suck the blood. They will suck the blood. For example, see, if you have a fruity drink and what do you want to take that fruity from that cap? So you want one straw like this only. You want like one straw only. If you want to take that, you want one straw. Like this straw only, some special structures, they will stick to the particular body of cow and buffalo or humans, and with that special structures only, they will suck the blood from that particular animal. And what we call that? That special structures we call as suckers. S-U-C-K-E-R-S, suckers. The special structures we called as suckers. With these suckers, the leeches can stick any cow's, buffalo or human's body of the surface, and when it will take fully and it will suck the full of blood when it pull that of its stomach only. So, what are the special structures, children? Suckers. The leeches have suckers to suck the blood from any of animals. Now, we have to discuss how birds get their food. Okay, how birds get their food. See, already in previous only we discussed about how the animals get their food. Most ofly plants and animals already we know. But how the birds get their food? Do you know bird? See, for example, small bird I will draw here. This is a bird. Okay, children? This is a bird. See how the bird will take its food? With its beak only. Because here the beak only act as a mouth. In that bird, beak only act as a mouth in a bird. So almost all birds using their beaks while taking its food. So these beaks, if you observe, so different types of birds also present in our surroundings. If you observe that, if you see that crow's beak, it is also one type of different. If you see that parrot's beak, it is also different. If you see vulture beak, it is also different. If you see the duck's beak, it is also different. Hen's beak, so many, whatever it may be, so many birds are present are there. So if you see, observe that the birds' beaks are in different beaks. So we have to know the different types of beaks. We have to know the different types of beaks. What are the different types? First of all, we have to know. The first one is strong, S-T-R-O-N-G, strong and hooked beak. H-O-O-K-E-D, hooked, B-E-A-K, beak. Strong hooked beak. And coming to the second one is strong and chisel shaped beak. And C-H-I-S-E-L, this is a shaped beak. The second one is strong and chisel shaped beak. And coming to the third one, short, pointed, P-O-I-N-T-E-D, pointed and strong beak. Okay, short, pointed and strong beak. And fourth one, some of the birds also have strong and slender beak. Strong and slender beak. And also it is of course long also. Long and strong, slender beak some of the birds contain. And coming to the fifth one example is broad and flat beak. BROAD broad and FLAT flat and BEAK beak. Okay, broad and flat beak. Some of the animals contain broad and flat beak, and some of the animals have strong and curved beak. Strong and curved beak. PEAK beak. And some of the animals has short and pointed beak. Short and pointed beak. And of course this is also flat. Okay, short, flat and pointed beak. These are the different types of beaks. See, the birds also using its beak while it is searching the food or while it is taking that food. And also in these birds the beak is also playing important role like a mouth only. And what are the different types of beaks are strong and hooked beak, strong and chisel shaped beak, and short, pointed and strong beak. And some of the birds have strong and slender beak, and some of the birds have broad and flat beak, and some of the birds have strong and curved beak, and some of the birds have short and pointed beak. With this beak only they can take the food and they can give their and they can take their food for their young ones, and also they can pluck that any of fruits also. So let us we have to discuss one by one the types of beaks.